Alright guys, so I'm coming at you with another Marvel Spider-Man video. I've made a few in the past, and what happened there was that, I lost that account, but I've been doing work, and I'm finally back on this one here, and taking a look at the game. I'll just give you a quick summary of what I've been doing, and what the videos are looking like. And so what it comes down to, this is the PlayStation 5 allows us to have a specific zoom. It has so many cool things that you can do with the PS5. You can zoom in. So I have a 2x zoom, basic zoom with a center. Nothing. I didn't offset the centering. I just hit a 2x zoom. And then you can also remap the buttons, but for Spider-Man, I never needed to do that. I have some stuff on Batman Arkham Knight as far as remapping your buttons so that you can unlock the camera. So when you're in traversal with Spider-Man, you can aim the camera in any direction freely because you're using R2 to traverse Manhattan here in the game. So the same thing with Batman Arkham Knight, you have the traversal mechanic, at least for on foot, is holding X down. So your right hand, which is the camera, your right thumb, which is supposed to be on the camera, is restricted to that mapping. So if you remap Batman the control to basically swap R2 and X on Batman Arkham Knight, you have a little bit of free motion with the camera, and now you can control a lot of where you're going and what you're doing, and it makes a difference in the way you traverse and the way you play the game. But in Spider-Man, that's already going, but like I said, that's a different game. So I wanted to talk about how the zoom applied makes a big impact in the gameplay. In my opinion, it makes it a little bit. And what I like is that the PlayStation 5 makes it very easy to zoom in, zoom right back out in case you gotta do anything. But and it's not just the zoom mechanic. I wanted to basically go over exactly how I'm able to get real ultra realism swinging sequences here, because that's ultimately what I'm going for. And then combat sequences as well. So you see Spider-Man will break down into story mode sequences, cinematic sequences, which are great, and then cinematic sequences with button prompts, which is really great as well. Swinging sequences, which is the main traversal, and then combat sequences. And then you have the stealth sequences. So the majority of the game is played in swinging sequences and combat sequences and cinematic sequences. And what I wanted to do was try to get the most cinematic effect from your swinging sequences. And this can be done, in my opinion, with the sound effects. Now, I don't know if you guys notice this, but the game presets to have music as soon as you start swinging. There's music playing in the background. And the moment you stop, the music stops. So the thing about the music is that it's good music and everything. It's a good score in the game overall, but the music while you're swinging detracts from listening to the swinging itself. Listening to the way it sounds in the different subtle situations, like the stretching of the web, like swinging through trees, like swinging at high speeds, like swinging through traffic, close enough to hear the zooming of the cars and the horns underneath you as you go. All these little subtle nuanced things that you can hear while you're swinging, the stretching of the web, for example, you can hear these nuances. It makes a big difference. It makes a big difference in your ability to focus on the swinging. And ultimately, realistic swinging really comes down to meeting the right building with the right arm. So if you're kind of turning to the left, that means your left arm is forward, and the building you're gonna hit is on the left side. So you use your left arm to attach that point. and then the same thing goes for the right arm. So basically, the realism effect is how physics is working almost to the point where you're in total control, almost like if his arms are your arms and you can shoot the web and swing. That in my opinion is what can be done. So it takes practice. It's not like a swinging sequence. It takes timing and aim. Okay, you can aim the camera where you want to hit the web at. You can twist Spider-Man in the air. So all those freedoms, all the mechanics of the game, if you talk about like the mechanics of the swinging, what's available, you have X to jump off a web. You have the web zip. And then you have control of the swing. You can slow it down by pulling back. You can speed it up by holding forward. You can move to the sides, angles, any situation. Same thing with the camera. You can move the camera in any direction. So the combination of moving Spider-Man through the air plus the camera can get you to develop these really cinematic, very ultra realistic web sequences. And one big part of that is to keep the music low. You could turn the music down to 3 from 10. Because it's default at 10. It's going to start playing as soon as you start swinging. It's going to stay playing. If you could turn it from 10 to 3 and leave it there while you swing, you won't hear the music, and you'll be able to really focus on the swinging. Really focus on the way the swinging sounds, because that's going to be a big part of knowing when to release the web, knowing what's going on with your swing. If you got a deep swing, it might stretch the web. You can hear the web stretching. And if you wanna get the right timing on when to release, when to hold, it's gonna benefit you to really be able to listen in closely to that web. Really listen to that web, and once you know exactly when to shoot the web, when to release it, you can really practice and really get some really amazing cinematic shots, some really amazing sequences. We'll go into one right now, and then I'll let you guys hear it so you can see what I'm talking about. All right. All right, guys. So let's walk through what happened here, okay? So we're gonna go ahead and like basically walk through the sequence and see what makes it so ultra realistic. And essentially, it's like I'm really hitting those shots. So we're gonna go ahead and jump off the building here. Okay, first thing, really good jump, good timing. Okay, hit the left arm swing on that top corner. Right arm right there at the building, right, because my right arm was forward. So, okay, so I got my right arm again. My right arm's kind of forward. Here we go. My left arm hits that left side corner. Now, double web zip. Left arm on that left corner. Take that corner right here. Left arm, left building, left right, and then with a stretch. You can hear the stretch right there, really deep stretch, and then you hold it, and then you know how to release. It's such a great feeling. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm looking forward to making more. Have a good one.